Welcome to the WZDX Weather School, where my goal is to teach you just a little something about the weather. I thought this time we'd take a step back from the severe weather. We've talked about tornadoes and lightning and thunderstorms, and talk about dew and frost. As always, we're going to start with the basics. And the basics in this case are the fact that each day when it's sunny out, the sun heats the surface. In this case, our surface has warmed to 71 degrees. Not a bad day. At night, that heat rises. That's a common theme that we've seen before. Heat rises. At night, it cools off our surface. In this case, the surface cooled to 43 degrees. Now let's apply what we now know to the development of dew. Now let's say our temperature when moisture forms in this hypothetical situation is 43 degrees. That's also known as the dew point. And let's say our air just above the surface warmed to 67 that day. Still, not a bad day. At night, the heat rises, our surface cools. Our temperature when moisture forms doesn't change, but notice how our air just above our surface temperature changes. It's now 44 degrees. We still don't have the development of dew just yet, but then our surface temperature drops to 43 degrees, which equals our temperature when moisture forms. And then both continue to drop, just like when we see clouds develop. The water vapor inside that air actually condenses out. It condenses onto the grassy surface, and that's how we see dew. We can apply this same process to the development of frost. Our temperature when moisture forms is going to be 32 degrees. That's freezing. During the day, our surface temperature warmed to 63 degrees Fahrenheit. At night, that hot air rises, it cools off our surface drops to 33 degrees. We're not seeing the development of frost yet because these two numbers still don't match. Eventually, they match and then they'll begin to drop together. Just like when clouds form, just like when dew forms, when our temperature moisture needs to form at and our air temperature match, the water vapor inside that air condenses out. Only this time it's freezing, so we see the development of frost.